All right, so welcome back. This is War 11. We've matched LVT, and my team is going to be Warlock, Thing, and Odin for pre-fights. And I had to do these first two fights here in the back of an auditorium because it was my daughter's dance recital, and we'd already left and gone there, and right as we left, the plan came out, and I have to put Odin pre-fights on 22. So just to allow everyone else to move freely and smoothly, I didn't want to hold anybody up. So I do these fights in the back of the auditorium with a bunch of kids running around and parents looking for seats and kids screaming and shit. Just put my AirPods in and just went for it. Luckily, both of these fights are kind of nothing fights because the nodes don't actually do anything for Ibom here, and they're not going to do anything for Ihulk on node 20. And then, so I rush through them, and I get to 22. I put the Odin shock pre-fights on, and then the motherfucker didn't even hit during shock phase. I'm looking at you, DNR. So I did all of that, and I didn't even have to. But yeah, it's all right. It all worked out. We end up donating this battle group this war, so that's all that matters. But this is kind of a nothing fight for Warlock. So my plan for it is just build my infection. Because he's running willpower, he probably shouldn't be, but he is. Because he's running willpower, I'm just going to reverse his power gain once I get the infection up, which is going to help me get the fight done quicker because I don't have to worry about baiting specials or anything like that. And I'm just going to work to my special 2. I'm going to launch it. I have suicides on because my first 5 fights are going to be with Warlock, and then my last fight will be with Thing when I'll swap to half suicides, bleed only, and he goes down very, very quickly. He only threw 1 special. Alright, so next up I got this Ihulk. The node doesn't really do anything for him. If anything, it helps me because I'm using Warlock, and if I stay close to him, he's going to get regen. Anytime he has regen, I can just reverse it and power drain him as well. Well, heal block him and power drain him as well. So that's what I'm going to do, although I am going to notice that his Ihulk charges, the gamma radiation, whatever it's called, are building, and so I know that I'm not going to be able to finish him without him going into his immortality phase. So I just prepare myself for that. I'm going to work to my special 2 here. I'm going to launch it, and it's going to push me to a special 3, but I'm going to hang on to it. And the reason I'm going to hang on to it is just in case during his immortality phase he pushes me into a corner, I can use it to get out safely so I'm not dexing in a unblockable Ihulk against the wall. Luckily he's not going to be too aggressive once he reaches it, which is going to be right here. Do a 4-hit combo, back off, and just wait for him to start running in before I dash back. Otherwise the AI likes to catch you. He's going to trigger it, and then my heal block just finishes him off. Alright, now at this point, it's been a very long day. My daughter had soccer in the morning, and then we went to 2 separate performances of her dance recital, which were approximately 2.5 hours apiece. So it's been a very long day, and I'm very tired at this point. So I'm gonna start to play a little bit sloppier than I would like to. This fight here is just SP2 cycle. Try not to dash back and trigger the regen, right? It goes down relatively well, but my next fight is going to be a Quicksilver, and my plan for it was I practiced dueling him and parrying him, throwing a light, letting him evade, and then punishing if he came back in with another parry, or just blocking if he doesn't and he dashes off. And so I'm going to try to do that in this fight, and it doesn't work out for me. I end up being slow to parry, and I end up taking a combo relatively quickly into the fight. I don't think it's right away. I think he backs off. Oh no, it was right away. Okay, yeah, so I totally fucked that up. But from here, throw the light, go right into the block. Now he's evaded, so now I don't have to worry about the evade for a little bit. You see that cooldown timer up there. So now I can kind of do what I wanted to do, which was just SP2 cycle. Although he throws a special here, and then he dexes me. Stupid little motherfucker. So I just threw my special 3. I was like, all right, enough of this nonsense. I'm going to throw this. I think it brings him down to 5%, if I recall. I took these fights last night. Yeah, oh shit, I remembered. Okay, good. Brings him down to 5%. And then did not notice that his evade had come back, but we'll just pretend like I did that on purpose. And then next up here is this Sauron. So I don't know, I just felt like my parry timing was off at this point after that Quicksilver fight. And then in this fight, this is going to go a little weird. I meant to parry heavy the whole time, but then for some reason I got it in my head that I was going to try to be tricky and throw a couple hits to try and get to my special 2, and I just ended up triggering the burden of might quicker than I otherwise would. So then I'm going to have to... I end up like kind of doing like a middle ground between 2-3 hit combos and heavies for the entire fight. I don't know, it ended up working out, but originally my plan was just to parry heavy the whole fight, and I kind of switched it up on myself on the fly. But pretty easy to take Sauron here with Warlock. It's a very good matchup. You can keep the prowess off of him, and you just got to watch the amount of regens he gets and make sure that he doesn't go unblockable, but he normally dies before that happens. Then last up is this fucking Longshot. Dude, this fight's gonna be almost 4 fucking... If you make it through this fight, you deserve a fucking cookie. Because I think I spent like 45 seconds at relatively close to the start of this fight trying to bait a special out of this motherfucker. He just did not want to throw specials. And then I believe it happens 1 or 2 other times. So if I had to take a guess, I would say about 1.5 minutes to 1:45 seconds of this fight were spent just trying to bait specials. My plan for it is parry with a white mags, light, medium, the same way I did it last time, right? And then this time I'm going to work in a couple more heavies, a couple more medium, light, mediums into heavies. Well, not into heavies, but like after I've thrown a heavy, I'll do a medium, light, medium, and then I'll throw another heavy, and then the next time I might do a light, medium. I just don't want to repeat the same basic hit. I don't want to give him a prowess if I can avoid it. And I think I end up giving him like 1 or 2 in this fight, but... So here I'm pushing him to a special 2 because I think I've been trying to bait a special for like 25 seconds already, and then we're just going to keep going back to trying to bait a special. This, dude, I fucking hated this AI. I really did. I thought I might time out at one point in this fight. I was like, all right. And obviously I can't just push him to special 3, even though I have an invuln on, because his special 3 stuns, and that is the last thing that I want to do. I also don't want to throw my special 3 until he throws this special. So now I'm just going back to trying to bait specials. And he ends up being very, very stingy with it here, so I'm going to push him to special 2 again, because he seemed to want to throw special 2s. But I'm going to let this one play out, because there's no way that I can fucking ramble on for the 4 fucking minutes that this fight is. So, again, if you make it through this fight, you deserve a fucking cookie. So go get yourself one. All right, so we did end up winning this one. We woke up after our last war's performance, and we went 150-1. LVT went 150-3, which is a hell of a showing. I believe this is the lowest death total that any alliance has put up against us all season. Everyone else has been 5 or more, so that's pretty fucking awesome. And I'm not sure if LVT can sneak into top 3 or not still, but I really hope that they can, and I hope that they win their 12th war. So good luck for the rest of the season, guys and gal. And that's all she wrote. Thank you very much for watching.